Hi everyone, my name is Riley, and today we're going to be talking about equality versus equity. I went over equality versus equity with a professor I had this semester at K-State, and she really made me understand better the difference between these two things in and outside of the classroom. And so I just kind of wanted to go over it a little bit more to kind of get in depth. I think it's important that every teacher understands the difference and knows when to use equality or when to use equity. To start off, here I have a picture of equality. Each person is standing on a box. Not each person needs a box, but each person is standing on the box and their outcomes are not the same. Here for equity, not everyone has a box, and one of the people here have two boxes, but everyone's outcome is the same. And so that's really important to understand, because equity really is going to talk about how you have to do certain things with different people to make sure everyone's outcome is the same. And equality really is kind of just like the opposite. So what is equity? Equity is the quality of being fair or impartial. So we're going to start off with these two pictures and just kind of discuss those. The top one I really love because it is showing that everyone is completely different. Everyone is holding a different amount of books in different ways, and they all have different strengths, and that is also very clear to see because they're kind of built differently. But their goal is the same, because they all have books, and so that there is their goal. So school is their goal, learning would be their goal here, and then studying, basically. So then we move on to this bottom picture, and I really love this picture because it is showing that even though all of these people are completely different, their outcome was the same, and they were able to accomplish everything they could the same way. What is equality? Equality is the state of being equal in status, rights, and opportunity. So here I just have a couple images that are showing that people are the same. They are together. They are different. It is clear that those people in the top picture are different, but they are equal. And them holding hands is showing that they are equal. So why is equity so important? Equity is important because it ensures that everyone has access to the same opportunities, treatments, and advancements. So here the top picture is showing that everyone is participating and everyone has an opportunity to learn, but they are different, but they still get to learn. And how can that be used in the classroom? Well, equity strives to eliminate barriers of any kind for participation to take place. So here in this bottom picture, I have the same picture that was on the slide before, showing that the shorter person here was accommodated with two bricks or two boxes because that was a barrier for them to see over the fence. But here they've been accommodated for that. Why is equality important? Equality is also important, but it ensures that everyone and everything is treated equal in the opportunities, treatments, and advances. So this is basically saying that no matter what, no matter a disability, no matter a issue that you are having, you will still be treated the same way everyone else would be treated. So take, for instance, I scraped my elbow and my friend scraped her knee, but we both get treated for an elbow. That's not going to help my friend because she scraped her knee. How can equality be used in the classroom? I think equality in the classroom is honestly a really good thing because it does show people, like the top picture I have here, all of those kids are different, but they are all being treated equally, and they all should be loved and taught and have the same advantages as each other. So they all should be able to advance. So is equity or equality more important in the classroom? So this is a very important question, I feel like needs to be asked in a classroom or to a teacher. And I think both of these need to be questioned by educators, because there is a time and there is a place for equity, and there is a time and there is a place for equality. It's not going to be fair or even reasonable for someone to get in trouble and for the whole class to be punished for it. Like I mentioned on the last slide, if I scraped my elbow and my friend scraped her knee and we both get treated for an elbow scrape, my friend that's not going to benefit her. Equity in the classroom should be a top priority, so you can, as an educator, so you can figure out who has learning disabilities, who needs that help, because as an educator, you want your students to grow. You want them to prosper. You want them to really live their life. And so if you're treating everyone exactly the same, you're very much probably holding students back, or you're pushing students to do something that they are not quite ready to be doing, and that's not what students need. So there is a time and there is a place for equity, and there is a time and there is a place for equality. And it's just something that teachers need to think about for their students, because it is different to understand and different to pursue in the classroom than it is in the outside world or in your community. I think it's super important, again, for educators to be taught the difference. And I think it's super important for students to be able to be equal, but to grow in different ways.